Custom painted backgrounds. You know the issue. We see it everywhere. You want to present your painted miniatures on social media, but in the background, all you have is clutter. Or maybe you've got a little photography set up and you have a black or gray or white background. But if you want to add some real pop and add some impact to your painted miniature work, nothing beats custom painted backgrounds. They give your painted miniature some context. Where is it in the world? What is it doing? A background that you painted will help tell your miniature story. And what's extra cool is you can hang them on the wall to add color to any room. And you can even make them as gifts, real personalized gifts for Christmas, which is coming up. So hang out with me for just a few minutes and I'll show you how fast and easy it is. And not only that, we'll explore a bunch of other reasons why it's a good idea to get into custom painted backgrounds. Enjoy! So yeah, I was just hanging out at a friend's house one day and I was showing them how I do custom painted backgrounds. So here we are. Here's a quick glimpse at all what you need to get started. And pointing out that roll of paper towels, good idea. You're going to use a lot of them. So bottom line is about $50 to get started. So you're talking about the price of like one Warhammer small box or even one guy. So to emphasize how easy it is here, I'm using the minimum kit and I'm just using cheap brushes, one small container of solvent, which I don't use very much, and one small bottle of linseed oil to thin the oil paint. So first things first, to do the wet on wet method is what all beginners use to crank out quick and easy landscapes like this. You just take some of that linseed oil medium, mix it with some white paint, about 50-50, and come over the canvas with a thin layer. I'm not going to fast forward through any of this. This is all in real time, and you'll see how fast and easy it is to do custom painted backgrounds. With a minimum kit, you can make about 3 paintings about this size, and they make great gifts, real personal, and Christmas is coming up. So on top of the thin white base coat that we've given ourselves, we just come down with some blue and start creating a sky. It's so easy. Just slash them down, some blue, and start throwing it around. I'm actually using a cheap disposable brush from Home Depot. Just throw it away when you're done. Save solvent. Always use at least 2 different shades of blue for your sky. The sky has some variation and just looks more interesting, and the colors blend so nicely with the oils. So after we establish some sky, of course, we want to establish some earth. And I like coming down with a bluish green because I haven't decided if it's going to be land or water yet. Basically come in heavy with the color from the sides and then drag it towards the center. It already looks pretty enough to hang in a bathroom, but it also looks kind of unfinished, so let's keep going and add some more elements to this completely undone painting. And of course, the first element you think of in the sky would be some clouds. Very simple to do good-looking clouds with oil paints. Very simple. Now, the more painting you can do with a knife, the better, because knives are really easy to clean and just wipe them off. No solvent required. And the solvent, of course, is odorless white spirit. Everyone knows about it. It's pretty cheap, actually. You can get away with recycling it quite a bit, and it ends up being a minimal cost to your side hobby of oil painting custom painted backgrounds. So once I've laid down a little bit of white paint, I sort of smooth around and play with it a bit with basically a cheap makeup brush. This one I just happened to find on the ground somewhere, and it was free. I think probably one of the main tricks to keep in mind with oil painting like this is to know when to stop. I mean, it's fun to slash around the brush and see that the clouds are becoming more realistic right before your eyes, but it's good to just stop when it looks good, and if you go too far, then the clouds either look too far away or they get lost into the background paint. All right, now it's time to add the dominant element of the landscape, which is going to be a mountain. Literally any mix of dark paint will work for this. The key trick about mixing oil paints is not to overmix. Really, you just want to fold them into each other a little bit and stop. So to put down mountains using this technique, what you want to do is scrape off the underlying paint. I'm actually applying a good amount of pressure here, and I'm just scraping off any paint that is below the knife, defining where the edges of my mountain are going to be. Well, if you've made it this far, this is a good opportunity to consider a like and a subscribe. Yeah, I know it sounds silly. You all hear the same thing from all YouTubers, but it's important. We need some feedback. I have to know what parts about the video you like. Leave a comment. What are you painting these days? So here's the metal tin I use for cleaning. It's got some of the solvent in there, obviously, and a tin like that is a good investment, about $10. It helps save solvent. You can help reuse the solvent, and you can clean a lot of brushes with minimal solvent. It has a gasket and a sealed cover, which is useful for keeping down the fumes in your painting area. Although it is odorless spirit, it does emit fumes which are somewhat toxic. So anyone doing oil painting, and especially cleaning, you have to have well-ventilated area. That's just the nature of the beast. Well, now it's time to add some snow to these mountains, give them some character, and I'm actually really pleased with myself at this point. It's usually tricky to get the white paint to break off a knife like that, so it actually does look like snow. But this is one of the many special effects you can do with oil paint, and it takes a little bit of practice. You see what I'm doing is I'm just barely holding onto the knife with 2 fingertips, almost no weight at all on the blade itself, and just letting the paint sort of stick to the canvas on its own. Once you get the hang of it, in a few seconds, you've got a mountain with snow on it. Now, to add a little depth to our painting, we're going to add a zone of fog in front of the mountain. So I just gently blended some black and some white to make a gray, applied some, and then I'm going to smooth it out and maybe add a little white to maybe show some snow showing through the fog somewhat. It's a fun little effect, one of the many tricks you can do with oil paint. And now, of course, what would a landscape be without trees? Yes, we're going to put a couple of trees on our landscape. And trees are really easy. I like to do them heavy, but everyone has their own way. Just have fun with it. Now, how can you not have fun doing this? We're just slapping down some green with the crappiest brush we could find. And it looks good. I mean, come on, just have some fun with it. And now that the trees are in there, add some shrubbery. Again, just take a crappy brush. Some people use a sponge and just lay down some shrubbery. So easy, so fun. And once the shrubbery is established, we add some depth to it. We start bringing up some lighter colors. It looks like flowers. Have fun, just slap it in there. Now here's a cool trick, one of many you can do with oil paints. I just scrape the bottom of the painting with the corner of my painting knife, and I give the impression of stems. There's some sort of shrubbery growing there, and there's lots of stems. And then simply finish off the shrubbery area with some brighter colors, give the impression of flowers, and that's pretty much it. And there you have it. About 11 or 12 minutes of actual brush time. Okay, would set up and clean up about an hour. Very easy to make. Great personalized gift for Christmas. I'm just saying I have fun with it, and it's great for miniatures photography. Thanks, friends, for letting me share this project with you. If you've made it this far, then you are a true friend and you get me. You understand that I'm on this journey to become a better painter. And during this journey, we're going to meet interesting people and go to interesting places, take some classes, do some collaborations with some master artists in our space, all kinds of fun stuff, really interesting content. It's in here. I want to get it out there, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. If it's fun for you, then please, all you got to do is subscribe, like, share, comment.
Fiddle with the bell icon. I don't even know what it does these days.
And if you did that, check out some of my other videos. Some of them are like even watchable.